Hello there, hello, and welcome to a new video. I know this is probably very weird, like why I've not been doing any videos in quite a long time. I've uploaded some, no, not some, only a few really, to Weeby Play, but I just wanted to take a break, my microphone just fell there. So basically, yes, I just wanted to take a break for a while, but now I'm back playing this, and I'm not starting a new world, I'm going off where I left off. And to be honest, I don't know if I made a plan to end this 1.1.2 in 10 episodes time. This is probably gonna be 2 episodes. Whoa, what the hell? Okay, there was a creeper there, didn't realise that. And it blew up everything. Great. Absolutely great. I don't even see it. I don't even know if it damaged me at all. Can't remember. But anyway, yeah, so basically I am restarting the series. Not really restarting, I'm just picking up where I left off, So we're just doing that, and hopefully continue the series as normal. Obviously, I don't actually remember what we were doing or what I was planning to do. So if anyone has an idea of that, then I'll be good, and I'll thank you for that. But yeah, but anyway, as you know, I'm gonna have to fill this in. Creepers in the way, and also these pigs, animals, stop moving me around, please. Oh yeah, that is another thing. I don't know if I think they do, but not as much. But they used to really move you around all the time, because their hitbox was really big, bigger than what we can see. So their hitbox was a little bit bigger. So they always would move you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, look. I'm barely touching it. I mean, I am walking in. I'm barely touching it though, as you can see. And I can't move past it. I can't walk into it. Nowadays, it's easier to just walk into animals. But yeah. But anyway, let's just fill this in. I'll probably speed this up. I'm gonna do some more editing. By the way, the production quality of my videos and also other videos on the website will actually start getting better, because I actually, things are happening, and I will be able to, afford to, make better quality videos. So hopefully, that's something that a lot of people are gonna be waiting for, and I'll be looking forward to that. But yeah, I really miss this series, to be honest. I do miss this series. It's just really, I'm kind of procrastinating a lot. So I do kind of procrastinate sometimes. So that kind of makes it kind of makes a whole issue, It makes a whole issue where, I will do a series, and this is the problem I used to have in my old series, on my YouTube or whatever, is I would start a series and not finish it, because I just didn't really, I don't really think, oh well, it's what am I supposed to really do now? I think I've already showcased everything, I've already showcased everything I need to show, or want to show, and the whole magic dies off. But I think this whole idea of just coming back to it whenever I want to, instead of just restarting the entire thing, because the issue is that I get over again. I'll get to a point where I'm just bored, and then I'll just start, I just delete the world, and it's well, how about I just quit for a while, come back when I want to do it again, so I'm doing it this way now. So as you can see, I've managed to rebuild it. I don't know if perfectly the same way as it was before, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. as long as it's, you know, you can walk up it and there's no holes in the ground, that's okay. Also, by the way, I don't know if I built some of this off camera, I can't remember to be honest, but as you can see, it's looking pretty good. I mean, I don't know, I can't remember if any of this was here last episode, but if it wasn't, now you can see there's a floor and everything, and there's all these stuff here, but that might have been there anyway. That might have been there anyway. There's also this. I honestly don't know if this was here. It might have been here, but there's furniture here too. Now I do remember this, right? I remember this, that I will probably be moving, especially like in the in 1.2, because obviously the entire world changes, and this is oh, there's some sound. The entire world changes, so instead of having like and instead of the like it being snowy, instead it will all melt. Every bit of it will melt. I honestly, yeah, that will actually happen. Like, there won't be a place, I think, that won't be melting. I might be wrong. There might be one like biome, because biomes are actually proper biomes. Because there are biomes in this version, but they're just like forest, ocean, or plains like this. This is like a plains biome, grasslands. This is not like a well. Actually, this was all grasslands. I actually planted that, but over here, this is an actual real forest. That would be a forest biome. This entire area right here, this entire area would be a grasslands biome, and then, well, to be honest, because the world is a little bit old, there are deserts, but they're really not that big. I mean, like, they're very small. So the deserts, but really, I mean, it would be hard to find it in this world, at least for now. Obviously, when I move on and everything like that in 1.2, you probably will see some, you know, in between areas, you know, because I have explored quite a little bit of this world. So you probably will see some in between areas, but for the most part, it will be very new. But I'll also make a trail back to this area. So I'll say it will be the case. It will be the case that this will be moving, right? I actually will probably be coming back here all the time. I'm actually probably making a nether portal here instead of over there, because beds don't exist, and it'll be better to. I mean, the spawn point actually, I think, is over there. So if you know, it's better to be closer to the spawn point than farther away from the spawn point. Even, you know, with the nether especially, I don't want to be walking miles, you know, going to the nether, then walk miles in the nether. So yeah, so basically that's just the entire thing, you know. Let's just put this in there. I don't need redstone right now, but I don't know what to do, really. I mean, I really don't know what to do. I mean, like, I've really built my house, and I'm gonna probably finish the rest of my house in 1.2 and after, you know, especially when they add like other things into the game, like, you know, when especially when I add beds, you know. I'm gonna make an entire bedroom, probably a balcony as well, maybe knock this wall, and also extend it, you know. I might extend it, but I don't know, we'll see, but yes, I just don't know what to do. I mean, maybe I should go mining, but I mean, I don't know if you want me to see me mine. Maybe what I should do is make a little garden. Maybe I should make a little garden, because that's really the only thing I can think of right now. So what I'll do is I'll make some fences. I need to see how would I made. Not like that. So they're probably the other way around. So I think it's something like, well, let's just, let's first of all, let's make some sticks first. And then, by the way, the reason why, because look, I mean, as you can do that, it won't actually like pick up the entire thing. I know I was trying to do that, but you know what I mean. Like it won't pick up the entire thing, so I have to pick it up one by one, and it's just. And also, you can't shift click to move it back, so that's something like this. Yeah, so let's just do the gates. I think this is how it's made. I think it is. Okay, I don't know how to make a gate. Right, it might be this. No, that's ladders. How the hell am I supposed to make a gate? I mean, I'm sure that the way you make a gate is stakes, right? Stakes and stakes. It surely is. How the hell am I not knowing how to make a gate? Wait, hold on. I think I may have figured it out. So I'm doing it back to front. Not back to front, but I think I'm doing it wrong. Obviously I am, but it's this maybe? Okay. It should just be that. I mean, like, why isn't it not just that? Like, come on. Like, just have it like that. Like, I know, that would be better. That would be better. You know? If it was like that, that would make sense. Because it would just make sense. It would just make sense, you know? I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Like, if there was like a crafting recipe that you would change in Minecraft, what would it be? You know, because I would change a lot of them. There's a lot of them just like that. Like, okay, this is just getting on my nose. I do realise that sometimes some things just really, especially with this microphone, like, just stay still. Some things just really get on my nerves, like, get under my skin, especially when it doesn't work. If things don't work, or things just like don't make a bit of sense, like, okay, I am doing it right. There's obviously a different recipe now. Which, why did they change the recipe? It's like, again, like, change. Like, change is fine, but change it if you need to change it. Don't change it if you don't need to change it, you know? You don't need to change it, why change it? There's no reason to. But it is really, just thinking about it, it gets on my nerves. Like, I have literally done it both ways. It's not working. Okay, maybe it just sticks. Is it just sticks? Okay, it is. Right, why is it not that in the modern versions? Because I am doing it the right way. Honestly, like, it's just really confusing. Okay, that is it. Yeah, so basically, yeah, I'm gonna take the stand off, and I'm just gonna let the microphone roll like that. That is gonna be better. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, I'll turn up the volume. Bloody hell. I'm just, you know, I don't know if it's like autism or OCD or what, but like, I just get really like, if there's like something that doesn't seem a little bit right, I get really like agitated about it. I mean, I was trying to do something. I was just trying to connect one of my accounts to social media, and it was like not working. Like, it would like go to a white screen. Like, the website would load and everything else would load, but then the thing to connect the like, it was Instagram, right? So, you know, when you connect like another website to Instagram, and it asks you for permission to do so, well, it was doing that, right? But instead of being normal, instead of being like, okay, let's do this, right? It would not do that at all. It would just refuse. It would refuse to load. And when I try, and it works the first time, but you know what? When I went back into the other website I was trying to connect Instagram to, when I did that, it would not load. It was like, it would refuse to literally load purely for no reason. I don't know why, it would just not do it. So I'm going to say this. If anyone's an app developer, and it doesn't work, like, say, I made my website, right? And my website is simple, it's basic. You upload a video, right? And there's problems, but, I mean, they're just problems that I cannot control. But the ones that I can control, there's no problems, right? Because I fixed them. I fix the problems I can control, but the problems I can't control, well, that's not my. That's really the server's issue, or the like the back end issue, right? I did the front end, someone else did the back end. So essentially, this is what I will say. If you make a website that loads everything. It will load everything, because especially if you're doing connections, right? Like social media connections, right? If you have the ability to connect your Instagram to your website, and you want it to do something like, I don't know, manipulate, like show the Instagram account on your website, whatever, or show the pictures, let's say, or whatever you want to do. Let's say you do that, or Twitter. Then you should know how to do the backend and front end, right? You should know how to do it, or if you don't need to do the backend, it's already been done for you. You just need to know how to not mess up the front end, right? And this is where my problem comes in, because I know I just went in a roundabout way, but this is where the problem comes in. Is it loaded the website? I'm using a phone. It's not really a website. I was using it as an app. It loaded the Instagram website. Oh, by the way, the hitbox on that is bugging out. But it loaded the website, the Instagram website, not the app, the website. So I had to sign in. Well, so I was already signed in on the app. I'm sure I'm also signed in on the web as well. So whilst I'm also, like, my phone recognizes that I'm signed in on the web on Instagram to my own account, it would not let me sign in. It would not just automatically sign me in. Also, when I was saying remember my login details, remember me, so like it was just automatically signed in, the second time I tried it wouldn't do that. The third time wouldn't do it. So obviously the issue is that they've buggered up. They've basically done it. So it will load the website, the Instagram website. It probably is its own browser kind of client thing that they're trying to do, which doesn't work. Obviously, it doesn't work on phones very well. Or, I mean, if it's obviously not working properly on my phone, and it would just not load. And this is the issue. If you do it this way, load the app, Instagram app. If you have an Instagram app, why wouldn't it load the Instagram app? It should check if you have the Instagram app, load that instead. If that is some kind of like limitation that you have on Android, that you can't do that, then I understand. But I know that's bollocks. I mean, I'll tell you why it's bollocks. Because I have seen other apps ask me to either use Chrome to load it in, or use the app. And it will recognize it. It will recognize if it's like Instagram, for example. It would say, do you want to open this on Chrome or Instagram? And I'll click Instagram. Actually, I think on Twitter, it does the same thing. Sometimes it does load in the website, but that's for the rare case that maybe they don't have it set up. But if they do set it up, they will set it up in that way. They will have an app, and it would ask to load up the app instead of doing it the way that app that I was using was doing it. So I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if there's a limitation on Android, or maybe using iOS and there's a limitation there, so just like one size fits all. But that's stupid. You should not do that, because Android and iOS are different. I don't know, it's about money, it's about profits. Well, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get more profits if you're app is a bookie mess, is it? And you won't be able to get money for that. So, I don't be rambling about it, but it is like a pet peeve, because like it is a good app. Like, it looks good. They obviously like they've spent all their money on the looks department, right, on the design kind of aspects of it. But when it comes to everything else, they're like, well, I'm just gonna use the basic things, the basic line of coding. Oh, we're just gonna load up a browser client. You know what? When I was 12, I made a browser client, right? I made a browser client on Visual Studio, right? On Visual Studio, I made a browser client that loaded up the a web browser, a standalone web browser, and it would work sort of. It was like an actual like browser. You could like search in everything. Like you could search in as long as it was like a URL. You couldn't search in like, how do I conquer the world, and it would give you a result. You wouldn't know it wouldn't do that for you, but it would give you results based on like a URL that you put in. So this is what I would tell that app, right? If I could do it at 12, right, you should surely be able to do something even better than me, because I only did a browser client at 12. Now I could probably do what I'm asking. Like, I could create a browser connection and connect that app that they've made. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, and I'm talking about really for all apps that do this, because it's not just that app. All apps that have this issue, because it is an issue. It's not just like a thing that, oh well, you just live with. No, you don't live with these things. You don't live with these things. You try to fix it. You know? And you just have the API from Twitter or Instagram or anything. It's literally laid on a silver platter for you. Not that hard to do. The API does it. I'm sure there's API on Google on Android, right? So Google does an API for that, so it loads up the app instead of the web browser. Instagram also probably has something to do with that. There is ways of doing this stuff, and it's easy. Unless you do the back end and you need to set up the entire kind of feature to make it work, then fine, I understand maybe it's a little bit harder, but if it's not usually done like that, it's usually given to you by someone else that's already done it, and not even working for the company, you just literally just copy and paste that stuff, copy and paste that stuff, play into your own thing, then copy and paste the API and everything like that, and it just works. But they obviously done it a different way. They've obviously what they try to do is they're trying to do it for the browser. And it's a phone. It's a phone. You have apps for a reason, right? I don't know. It's really like, I know it's like I'm complaining. It's like, and you guys don't even know what I'm complaining about. But I'm sure you've probably run into issues where you have had to deal with stuff like that, where you don't understand why they don't do it this way. Like, it's very obvious. It's very obvious that you do it that way, but you don't. But they don't do it. They just refuse to. It's like I'm not going to do it this way because my method's better. But their method isn't better. Their method isn't actually better. It's actually worse. And yeah. So it's just whatever. It's not really a big issue because it's not like a requirement. I wasn't required to do it, but to connect my Instagram to that app. But it was like a really annoying thing because I wanted to do it because I wanted to just because to not talk to somebody I had to because they wouldn't. It's just the way the app is, the community on that. It's like really just rather you talking on Instagram or whatever. I was like, okay. But then I can't connect my Instagram to it, so they're probably like, okay, well, why are you not talking to me? And it's like, I'm sorry, it won't let me. It won't let me, and it wouldn't even tell me their Instagram username, which is even the worst thing. You could get around it by just telling me the Instagram username, but it wouldn't let me. So now I'm kind of in a loss for words in a way, oh, I'm screwed. So, maybe I hopefully like that person just doesn't mind it. It's like, okay, I'll just tell you with it. But it's honestly silly. I don't know what was on my mouse, but it's gone now. But yeah, probably at the end of this video, I guess. I mean, didn't do anything. We were just talking. Yeah, 30 minutes. Well, 30 minutes for me, probably less for you, but yeah. Anyway, I guess it will probably be the last video if I don't find anything else to do, or I just will finish the garden and then I'll move on to 1.2, and then it'll be a laggy mess because it will have to run everything, like the grass melting. That's going to be an issue. But yeah, anyway, so I'll thank you all for watching this video. If you like it, subscribe to my Weeby Play channel. Obviously, like the video and comment if you have any suggestions and everything like that. I know I probably was going to play 1.1.2 a lot more. I promised that, but to be honest, I just don't see any point. And there's new things, and I really want to get back into this. I'm just playing like the same old, like, isn't... See, 1.1.2 and 1.0.7, right? Yeah, there's differences, yeah, there's changes, but it's not really, there's not... You could probably, like, play this version, that version, and it's basically the same entire playthrough. There would not be any difference. So, I'm gonna probably end this video, change over the version, and we'll be playing in 1.2, so wait for that. 1.2.6, just to make sure there's obviously, so we'll be bypassing all the other versions. But anyway, I'll stop rambling now. Anyway, bye bye.